The last game I watched us play was in the Liberty Park. And if you think back, the guys that played in that game, if we would have played like that all year long, how much different our record would have been, okay? But think about it, you played in that game. Think of how free and how fast we played. Like, I'm serious. I'm sitting down there on the field, and I'm like, holy, these guys came here to kick the hell out of Mississippi State. These guys are flying around. I mean, I'm excited because I'm like, hey, this is what Red Raider football is supposed to be like. Why did that happen? Because you prepared. Like, you had this long to get ready for them. It's the same thing, man. We've been doing this for the last 4 weeks. Now the coaches have presented you with the game plan. We just went over it. We're going to go over it again tomorrow. There is no reason for you not to play fast. When people have asked me, what is it going to look like? I say Coach DeRuiter's a great defensive coordinator. He's going to be incredible. Kit Lee is the guru of all things offense. Kenny Perry's the best special team coach in the world. You know, did I say any of that? No. This is what I said to every single person that asked me about this football team. We're going to play so friggin' hard. We're going to make you so proud that you're a Red Raider by the way we play. By the way we play. So spend some time getting your body and your mind ready to play Red Raider speed. You with me? That's what we're fixing to put on tape. That's what we're fixing to put on tape. All right? And that's done with everybody out here being on the same page. I've seen it before, but I'm telling you, I ain't seen nothing yet. You with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
I think whenever you talk about the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country, West Texas and the people in Lubbock, they can relate to that. You know, I think they identify with that, and that's who they are every day. I think that's what's made this city so great and this university. We're very competitive. And so I think when they see that, they're going to be really proud. You know, the most important things that we do, we're going to do today. Practice. You know, in our program, practice is everything. We feel like if we can put our guys in the situation that they're going to have on Saturdays, they're going to be prepared. They're prepared, they're confident. But the most important thing we have in the program is relationships. You know, everything that we're about is a relationship-based culture, how much we care about each other. You know, we always talk about shared success and shared commitment bring people together, or shared adversity. Shared success and shared adversity bring people together. And so there's going to be some success. Guys getting stronger. Everybody's seen the PR bell, you know, going nuts. So they experience all that together. But then there's also some adversity. Sometimes as coaches, we have to create that adversity, you know, because we're not playing games right now. And then just in our daily lives, there's success and adversity. So we try to help each other out with the tough times and then enjoy the good times with each other.
All right, so all the coaches got together, offense, defense, and special teams, and we came up with spring goals. So this is our spring goals for the team. Become the brain. This is extremely important. Develop our identity as a team. I mean, everything we've been doing is incredible. Everything we've been competing, but now all of a sudden everything changes whenever the X's and O's in football and getting hit in the mouth, how you respond to all that stuff, everything changes. So we've got to become and develop our identity as a team. We got to become experts in the plan to win. When we have a plan to win period, y'all will know it, okay? Loud music, we want to make it chaotic, it'll be third down stuff, it'll be red zone stuff, it'll be good on good competing in those periods. So we'll have brand periods to where it's going to be physical period, and we'll have plan to win periods that will be physical periods, and you'll understand that it's part of the plan to win.
Hold on, I gotta talk to my man. Hey, it's that time of the year again. It's finna get started. Finna get this spring ball going on. It's finna get hectic in here in a minute for the offense. We don't mess with them boys down there, but at the end of the day, it's all love. It's all love. Ball back. Day one. It's time to rock. Y'all gonna see me in the end zone a couple times today. Get these things started off right. Get these things started off right. Alert! Ready! Ready, that team ready! Ready, that team ready! Begin! Is there anywhere else you'd rather be? I mean, it's day one of spring ball.
The brand is unconditional. The brand don't care if it's hot. The brand don't care if it's cold. The brand don't care if your girlfriend broke up with you. The brand, we are the brand 24/7, the toughest. So if it's cold, we don't care. If it's 100 and some degrees, we don't care. We're the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. So nobody cares. Here's what I want you to know. I believe this with all my heart. When I walk through those doors, or through those doors, or over there, this is like church to me. This is a sanctuary. No matter what's going on in my life, I can let it go because I'm with my family. I'm doing something I love. Don't bring stuff out here that's not going to make you the brand. Don't carry it out here. Let it go. You get 2 hours with your brothers. You get 2 hours with your brothers to get better. Y'all are working so hard. Leave everything behind and come out here and be the brand. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
The brand is the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. And he sets the tone, Coach McGuire, and all of us believe in it, and that's what we're going to put on the field. That's going to be our brand.
You know, Coach McGuire brought the brand, toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. And, you know, I just think that's who we want to be, you know, on a daily basis, you know. We have, you know, the brand, the player coach's oath, the plan to win, all those things, but really the brand is what's going to make our football team what it is. And really what it is to me is exactly what it says. You know, we're going to be blue collar, we're going to be tough, we're going to outwork the opponent, you know, we're going to compete in everything we do every day.
I mean, it's a great way for a man to try and live his life. And, you know, Coach says it all the time, and I'm a huge believer in it. Like, we are the brand. And if you're going to ask guys to do that and come on board and be a part of it, like, you better be about it. You're going to end up being a man that, you know, people want to be like, and when it's all said and done, somebody that people look to is like, hey, I want to be like that guy. And that's what it really is to me.
To me, the brand means you have to be that guy on every play of every practice, of every scrimmage. You have to represent the team in the utmost fashion off the field as well as on the field. The brand is more so, it's kind of like the way of life. Because if you read the definition of the brand that's in the building, it says the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. So without saying those words, if you did those things, you would be the number one in whatever field you're in. So the brand literally just tells you to be the best day in and day out.
The toughest, doing whatever it takes, just being physical, having that mindset, no matter what the situation is, who we're playing against, we're going to out-tough anybody. Hardest working, man, just expect to grind night in, night out. every phase, every aspect around the program, practice, weight room, academics, nutrition, sports medicine department, just hardest working, whatever we have to do to be successful.
Trying to be the most physical, competitive, hard-working team in the country. You know, that's just us. That's the brand. So when we say that, we mean that. We mean what we say. You know what I'm saying? It's not just something they're saying. We're taking steps every day to show that that's what we're trying to be.
We're the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. That's the brand. That's what we see our guys. That's what we see us as a team, and that's what we strive every day to be.
It's having guys play their absolute hardest for each other, for the coaches, for the school. And if you're not developing those relationships, you're not getting the most out of your guys. And coach realizes that, and makes it really important to us that we establish those relationships with our players, with our coaches, so that we can get the most out of them.
You have to embrace it. It's a part of who you are now. It's a part of your everyday life. Okay, you're going to be sore and you're going to be tired. Who rises to the top? The people that can operate the best when things are the shittiest. All right, when they feel at their worst, they can still perform their best. Those are the guys who rise to the top. All right, everybody understand that? Sure. So I don't care if you're sore or tired. You still have a job to do, and the brand is still up here. When you really boil down to it, not only would they run through a brick wall for us over time of an environment like that and experiencing each other that way, but then also we'd run through a brick wall for them, and I think they know that, and that just makes it even tighter. But really, one of the most important things in this business that a lot of people forget about, they get all tied up in the science and stuff, is relationships. And if you're not super tight with the guys and you're not capable of communicating with them on a level that they're used to or they want, then they need, you're kind of missing the mark. And that's really why we do that, and why it's, to me, arguably the most important part of the whole process.
All right, where we at?
You got coaches that trust each other, then it's going to be easier for, teammates to trust each other as well. So he kind of creates that bond within the coaches, and I see it now. Just being here, it's like the same thing. I see like the coaches, they all trust each other. They love hearing his voice, and they hear him screaming down the hallway. It gets them going, gets them motivated to, attack the day. And that, I've seen that translate over into the locker room. It just so happens that, when I come here and I meet these guys and I see how they are every day acting around him, I see like how good they are as people. And I feel like there's just some type of correlation there. And it's just great to see that. It allows guys to buy in and be able to fight hard for each other on Saturdays.
Guys wanting to do it more for the guy next to him than themselves is what we're building towards. The effort that you put on the field, not only because it's the right thing to do, but for the guy next to you. I think that's really the foundation of the cohesion that we're trying to build, but I mean, it's paramount.
Oh no! We gotta pick it up! Let's go! Keep fighting. No, you ain't the only one struggling right now. We all struggling. We're gonna struggle together. When I first got here, it didn't feel as much of like a family. I always used to say that, like, I wasn't used to offense and defense feeling like two different teams. Then my second year, it started to feel more like a family, a brotherhood. But compared to this year, it truly feels like this is one team. It's not individuals, it's not an offense or defense, it's one whole unit.
So as I'm rolling, bam, if I feel like I could tag them, that's the timing of it. We're rapping. We're rapping to the A gap.
We all like each other, and we all have the same goal here. Like when we got the call to be here, we have all the same goals, but we all like to have fun in doing the process and what we're doing. So the stronger the staff, the stronger the relationship, that's just going to filter out to the team, and they see it.
Good. Don't be soft. Don't be soft, Jed. Only thing soft in West Texas is cotton. Don't be soft, Charlie.
The success of any program's your players, but behind that's your staff. You got to have guys because, man, we're working 7 days a week. So you got to like being with them. You know, I always say that's kind of like traveling with your family. You know, after about the first 2 or 3 days, you start getting tired of each other. We don't have that option because we're with each other every day. So we're all in the locker room. We like to laugh. You know, the guys know, even with me, you know, when it's on the field, I'm getting after it, but I like to have fun. You know, you have to have fun in this profession or you're going to burn out too fast.
You know, spring football has been huge for us at the end of the day, we want to be a team that plays really physical and really fast. And you got to have springs like this to where we start learning each other so we can play really physical and really fast. You know, whether that's being really complicated at times or that's being really simple, no matter what, we got to make sure that we make the complicated simple and we make the simple simple. Everything is to where these guys can play fast. And so it's huge. And I tell the players too, man, you know, the great thing with these guys is they've taken hard coaching and not taking it personal. You know, this is the way, you know, we're going to be extremely demanding, and they're really learning that, and they're loving it. You know, one of our jobs is, as an individual player, it is our job that you play your best football being coached by us. The best football you've ever played in your career, not because you're getting older and growing, is because the way you're being coached. You're playing your best football right now. When I get off right there, what's he going to show me? Don't turn yet. He's going to show me his hands, right? So whenever he shows me the hand, I'm going to attack his hand. I'm going to chop, I'm going to rip, and then I'm going to reach. Okay? Chop, rip, reach. Chop, rip, reach. You want to get your hips. You want to get as much possible. So when you're right here and I go chop, I want to be right there. I want to chop, I want to rip, and I want to reach. Okay? Now, let's say he does that and he opens up right here and I go like this and he opens up like that. If I keep going like this, he's going to push me off the cliff. Okay? You with me? So I've got to go to speed to power. So now when he does that, I'm going to try to take my screws as far as level. I'm going to be underneath his chin, and now I'm going speed to power. You with me? The only reason I'm saying that is because if you get there, we're just going to go the speed rush. But if you get there today and he does this, and you keep rushing, you're just going to get pushed off the cliff. Is everybody with me? So grab those crayons. Grab those crayons real quick. Okay, you're up first. You're up first. I'm the tackle. You dipped your toe in, right, so and you're like, how does this feel? And is the water too cold? And do I really want to jump in? I think our guys are jumping in, but there's still so much growth that can happen. And so they're buying in. As a team, my job is to get everybody in. That's the coaches included, because, you know, it's human nature to like, all right, is this really where we want to go? Is this how we want to get there? And so we're not 100% there as far as like true buy-in, but I feel like we're in a really good place. Okay. Hey, Ram and J-Rod, come up here. If you want to know what 1% is, turn on the tape and watch 54 and 13, and if you're playing at that speed, good for you. Guess what? You're doing your job. Ain't nothing special. You came out here doing your job. If you're not, you're cheating the brand, you're cheating your family, you're cheating this team. That's the standard. And there's a lot of it like that. But does that make sense? These dudes are paying, and they're giving that kind of effort. And there ain't no guarantees that they're going to be on scholarship. I don't think they care. They love football. They love the game. They love the locker room. They love you guys. They love this university. Look on film. Offensive guys, turn on the tape. You're going against them. Turn on the tape and see if you're matching their intensity. With me? Who's taking us to church today? Plunk, you got us? Yes, sir. All right, here we go. My deal is naming a quarterback is, man, all three of them can go in the game, and I feel good about. I don't think that I don't doubt any one of them. And then there's going to be ways. I don't necessarily say that we're going to be like a rotating quarterback system, but there's going to be things that all three of them do in a game to affect the game. People are like, well, he doesn't want to name a quarterback because he's afraid of. I'm not afraid of losing any of those guys. They're Red Raiders. They love this university, and they love this football team. Texas Tech, we have a good problem. And I don't think it's a problem. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see what those guys do in the fall.